All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Hunter, episode 107. Okay.
Right.
So Palm has made her infiltration
Because of
basically
the
successful
pervy
so
harem
far.
wannabe dude.
Yes, he's got his whole little thing he's got working
Yeah.
on over there. Nav has set out the entry and exit points, all the little portal gates, which is fantastic. He had a very harrowing, terrifying experience there. Morel and Leol are in this both kind of thing where they both think they've kind of trapped the other. They both think they've got the upper hand. And then Leol rents Morel's abilities, and now things are going to get a little bit interesting.
Yeah,
I'm way more excited for this fight than I was for the Cheetu Morel fight.
Oh, absolutely. I hope, though, that it isn't something where Morel isn't able to handle the fact that he doesn't have his techniques anymore, because it seems like there are quite a few people in the HunterxHunter universe that are able to do those sorts of things.
Sure.
So you would think that a master like him would know to plan around, those sort of unexpected things happening.
Or have enough just basic physical abilities to where he knows how to fight against himself.
Right,
and
exactly.
That whole scenario is something where he's like, oh yeah, this is a tough one, but as long as I play it out, just drag out this fight, war of attrition, I should be okay. Because he's only got an hour.
Well, an hour is a long time in a fight.
An hour is a very long time in a fight, but the Cheetu fight was an example of where it doesn't have to be a fight in order for it to be a fight.
That's true.
HunterxHunter's cool
away,
like that. Yeah. I mean,
fight him an hour later.
Yeah, we'll see. So it's going to be cool, guys. Without further ado, let's get into this. All right, guys, we're going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now.
Circle, circle, circle.
Okay. Whoa. A surfboard?
Okay.
Oh, wait. Does he have his partners on the side about to break a hole in the building? Or what? What the heck?
That didn't look like water. That looked more like alcohol or something.
Yeah. Or some kind of soda.
Right.
Who knows?
If it's any kind of hard alcohol, though, that could be a problem, because then you just light a match and...
True. Naki nani nani sa Nenaju nenu kokori Nananaju nenu kantanu. You just try again. Nagi no ekete. You just go away. Explosion. It's really interesting how, like, in a lot of other shonen kind of stuff like this, you'd see people with all these really, powerful abilities that have, like, janky situational effectiveness. But in HunterxHunter, it seems like in this instance, because they came in as a crack team, it's so synergistic that, like, I feel like the Chimera Ants are not ready for the potential of some of these people working together.
So what is this?
Yeah.
Waves of
Oh my god. All right. Wow. Jeez. Aren't they rad? Awesome. Whew.
I like how he's not making it obvious that he took his techniques.
Sure.
He's fighting as if he didn't have them.
Oh. Nice. Whoa!
I thought Morel's smoke was rented, though.
Jeez.
All right. Cool.
Wow. Holy crap, yeah. He's actually losing.
But at least he got to inhale before he went under.
Right, right.
Okay.
Cool story, bro. Here we go.
That's not something you would be able to do normally going at the speed of sound.
Sure about that? Are you
Yeah.
sure about that?
No plane survives contact with the enemy, I guess.
Yep, yep. I'm comparing a pro hunter to a whale.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Fantastic.
It's a good strategy. Okay. That. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh. Wow. Dang. I mean,
Yeah, because his buddy's not dead in order for him to rent it.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
You didn't need to tell him that.
Yeah. True. Wait, did Morel just say it's stealing, not renting?
Okay.
It's visually impressive. Like,
Yeah. Okay. I was a little bit disappointed that Leol didn't steal or rent Morel's technique, because that seems
Right.
like it would be the better decision, you know, because then he's less powerful.
yeah.
But this was one where it's like, okay, I can see why he chose this one over taking Morel's.
Yeah. At the very least, it's water bending. And,
Right.
yeah, that's something not to laugh at.
Yeah. I still don't get why it's yellow.
Compared him to a whale! Oh my gosh! He's just gonna outlast him! He's trying to bait him. He's trying to bait him.
Boy.
Oh, shoot. Oh.
Is he using smoke to create little pipes
Yep.
to, like, send bubbles up everywhere? Yeah. But that's making him use his oxygen faster.
Holy crap!
Wow.
Please let that be it. That's so
That would
badass.
be pretty crazy. But then maybe he just knows that you would think that.
Yep. And now he grabs your board and he sharks you, basically. What? Was he releasing some kind of gas into the air through the bubbles?
Or is there some kind of oxygen deprivation?
Is he... Wait,
But
no.
but it's bubbles, so that wouldn't make sense for that to happen.
What the heck?
And apparently you don't know how to swim either.
Crap. Is he dead? Oh.
Dang.
Wow, this is brutal.
Mm-hmm.
So he changed the property of his aura to make the bubbles into something that was
Toxic.
like toxic, yeah. Jeez.
Wow.
Oh,
no way.
Because he was breathing it out. Yeah. Yeah.
No way.
Holy crap.
No way.
Jeez. Jeez.
See, this
That's
is why he should have
insane.
taken Morel's abilities. Like that seems like it would be the obvious thing, you know.
That's just his
Handicap
physical
your opponent.
capacity, though.
Well,
Jacob.
yeah.
That's not a Nen technique. That's just. Okay, Palm.
Gotcha, in order to be able to... Okay.
Secretary Bezef.
Nice.
Gotcha. Cool. Oh.
There you go.
Leverage that. Genius.
Well, and he might think she just went back to where she normally, like, stays.
Yeah. Whoa. Is
Or
she
they-
just feeling
are
the
they
fear, the scare, like the fear of coming this close to
possibly.
Chimera ants? Yeah. Steel yourself, Palm.
Would humans even be able to survive near them if Nen Masters get that terrified?
I think it's because they don't even necessarily feel it. Like, it's...
Well, no, I mean, they'd still feel it.
Oh, they would?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, Gon and Killua felt it before they unlocked their Nen.
Yeah, that's true. Oh.
Just walk around normally. Don't, like, just...
There it is.
Can she handle what Nav couldn't?
I mean... Uh-oh.
It's receding.
Yeah, that's never a good sign.
It could be. But...
Because it could be baked. Yep. Crap. That looks like Pito's. Oh, Killua.
Hey,
awesome.
that's Killua.
Yeah. We could see Ikalgo.
Ikalgo,
Yeah.
And whoever this doctor person was that he was going to take him
Right.
to.
That's fantastic. Just the outfit is so amazing. Octopus. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of course it does.
Wow. Well, what makes you think people would have that much cash on hand when they're brought in for injuries?
A phone. Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, at least you can call someone.
Wow.
Aw. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome! Knuckle is legit. Oh. A new plan? She's like, yes, scammed him good.
Uh-huh.
She's like, I knew this one was rich.
Oh, because Neferpito finished the arm.
Hmm. All right. They're all checking in. Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow. Holy crap.
Yeah. I guess with
3
a
days.
power like his, he's not used to actually needing to face his enemies, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, Killua, you cut.
Yeah. Boy. Aura's a wonderful thing for
Yeah.
healing wounds. Jeez. His back. Wow. You can leave right now. Wait, you just leaving Ikalgo?
Well, it's more like, Ikalgo, you following?
Yes! Awesome!
There you go.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Wow. He's gonna cry. Yeah, of course.
And then the nurse comes by and it's like, leave already.
Yeah. He looks like a little baby. He's so cute.
Looks like he belongs in South Park, actually.
Right.
Now it's just expected.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like,
But see, this is another bond between human and chimera ant.
well, and it's a bond that Killua is starting. He didn't
Yes.
used to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, they just
The galaxy in
Yes.
his eyes.
oh. Oh. Oh! He's like, okay. Get on my back. We're going. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Those words. We're going to talk about that.
It's very specific.
Yes.
I gotta say, I like this new design for Killua.
Yeah, same.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, it's the flip.
It's
the flip. He's bright like the sun, like Gon is to him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I've made contact. Yes! Oh,
Cool.
man! All right. You can minimize that. Oh, that was
Okay,
so
that
wholesome
was great.
and sweet
Like-
and just perfectly story crafted because
Oh yeah.
that was how Gon was for him, and now he's become that
Yep,
for someone
yep.
else. A chimera ant, no less.
Oh yeah.
Oh!
And one of the things that I really liked about this here is that, and normally I would have a problem with this in a story that focused on these kinds of really heavy themes as a more like core like aspect of the story.
Sure.
Is that by having Ikalgo in his silly looking self
Yes.
going through all this stuff, it is enough of a basically a breaker so that we go from all the serious stuff of seeing Nav like hugging himself in one of his little box rooms.
traumatized.
Right, traumatized to this, and it's not it's not jarring, right?
Yeah.
Just because they add that little bit of like levity in there. I'm really glad they did that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, I have all the warm, feelsy tingles going on right now. Like, like Ikalgo was a character I could tell kind of like Knuckle. I was just gonna quickly like, latch onto and love. But like I didn't know I'd love him this much. Like, oh, so good. Wow, that was such a good episode.
All right.
That
was good.
So
that was good.
The first bit was the Leol versus Morel fight.
Yeah.
And then we had basically the twist reveal that Leol rented
someone else's
abilities or Nen technique during that time when he was out and about.
Well, no, it's that because it's only for an hour, so it was just that he doesn't have to rent it when he's in the presence of them. So he basically just rented the abilities of someone else that he had fought.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That was kind of strange though that he didn't decide to rent Morel's abilities. Not that like this battle was great. It was awesome. That was just one of those things that I felt like was one of the obvious ideas that would have come to Leol's mind.
Yeah.
And seeing how Morel handled something like that, where it wasn't just that his opponent was powerful, but he was also he had to fight in a way that he wasn't familiar with, right?
Right.
He really would have to adapt. That was something that I would have really liked to see. The fight was still great, but, I feel like that was something that could have been a bit extra.
For sure. But the use of his just immense physical capacity to inhale and exhale and store, oxygen in his lungs and stuff,
and change the atmosphere basically of the building.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing is that because he locked everything, all the exits with water, there was a very limited space, comparatively. So there were no, vents or ventilation of any kind. So it's genius from the standpoint of what he can do. It's crazy that Morel can do that.
Like, it's almost to the point where it's like, if he could do that, couldn't he just suck out all the air in the room and have it be a vacuum and then just let Leol suffocate while he has enough air in his lungs? Like, because the amount of air that he was storing in his lungs was ridiculous.
Yeah. I think the main thing would be that if he's able to just put out, like, that much CO2, it's something that his body would have to, exchange really quickly, and and he would eventually, have
but the idea is, would that happen after, Leol ran out? And how long after?
Yeah, I almost think that this was the kind of thing that it's a clever way to not have it be a Deus Ex Machina, in that we knew that Morel's entire ability was based around the idea of inhaling and exhaling, and that was the mechanism by which he would then, I believe, transmute his aura and then release it out in an emitting technique into the
sure.
smoke.
However that whole thing,
it seems like it's a combination of emission and transmuting, and that whole process is fantastic. I'm pretty sure Morel is a transmuter, but I think it's after this episode it's 100% confirmed, because well, no, he wouldn't need to. That's the thing. I'm wondering if, I don't think you necessarily need to explain it this way,
right?
But you could say that he made it extra effective by having aura travel along the air that he's exhaling and making it turn, basically using that to turn it into a more potent form of CO2. But I think that's you don't even need to explain it that way. This was a much more simple and effective way to do it that made sense within kind of the context of what we knew about Morel. But
and the fact that it was he took someone's abilities, and then Morel's like, that ability belongs to a friend of mine.
How dare you?
How dare you?
I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, exactly. That was a great additional aspect to bring into the fight, especially since in Morel's previous fight with Chi-Tu, he had no interest really in killing Chi-Tu.
No.
He was just like, you're a punk, I'm going to beat you, and whatever, and we'll go from there.
Right.
But with Leol, he's like, no, I'm gonna
end
make
you.
you die painfully.
That's the other crazy thing, is it shows, one, that Morel was not in any danger for the majority of the fight. He got surprised every once in a while by the strength of the attacks coming from Leol. But the idea that Like, there was no mercy. There was no quarter issued
Oh, yeah.
out.
Yep.
And it's something that we kind of, I think, forget, or at least I forget every once in a while, is that they came in and they were called the Extermination Squad.
Yeah.
So they are exterminating.
Yep.
With,
Yep.
like, extreme prejudice. Like, no
survivors.
mercy, no survivors. They kill.
Right.
And this is something that I think we had, like, how the directing aspect of this was shown, that we were put into the the fearful perspective of Leol as he's realizing, am I going to die? Am I going to die? I don't know what's happening. What's happening?
Yeah, and that was really good.
I can't swim.
Yep. Because
And then his eyes, bulging and stuff.
Like, as far as bad ways to go, drowning is probably one of the worst.
One of the worst.
Like, yeah.
Especially when you don't know why you just started to lose your...
Sure.
Like, there's the panic that sets in before you start drowning.
Right,
and then you slowly realize you are going to drown.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I'm drowning, and you're under.
Yep.
And then,
Yeah, if only he
pretty
knew
intense.
How to, well, I guess maybe even if he did know how to swim, like he might have, and he just didn't have the oxygen to be able to power his muscles and stuff and all that. Because, like, one of the other things to think about is that when your lungs are empty, you sink pretty fast. Because, air is what makes your body float. Not muscle doesn't float. So, there is that. Now, the bit about of Morel basically like breathing in that bit before he went underwater, I'm so glad they did that. Like that was giving me some Avatar: The Last Airbender vibes, which very well could have like copied it from this or rented, stolen, whatever. Sure. However you want to call it.
The one thing I do know we have to remember is that while HunterxHunter's manga came out a while ago, this version has been going like way more recently than we would think.
That's true, because this
series
started in 2011, so the manga for this part, so it's all tricky as to figure out like what timed with. But that gave me serious like memories of and flashbacks to Zuko in the Volume 1 finale when he's like swimming through like the water caverns and stuff, and he has like that last bit of oxygen that he has to use to melt through the ice.
Yeah, and he used it to use his firebending. Yeah, I think the idea of the war of attrition was something that made sense for Morel to do, but the idea that he had such a lethal way to dish out damage without actually encountering Leol directly, I just think like it's more and more confirmed that the hunters are really smart and they're really good, and this is something that Morel was the one that affirmed to us back when, like, earlier on, way earlier, was that the strength of someone's aura or the capacity of someone's aura means nothing in terms of how like a fight will go.
Right.
It has a lot more. There's a lot of other factors involved here. It gives me. Sorry, I'm almost done. It's basically that I get this vibe that Morel is one of those characters that they're building up how intelligent and how strategic he is,
and level-headed,
and all of this. But so far, I think he hasn't really encountered someone that scares him. And that's the thing, is that he stays level-headed. Nav has encountered
the worst.
What Morel has not. Right. So we don't know if Morel is only just getting kind of these cool moments because he hasn't encountered true fear. And, what'll happen when he encounters, say, someone like Shia LaBeouf.
Exactly,
or Neferpito.
One of the things that I am really glad about is that they made it so that these two other people that came along with Netero, right? Because they could have made those characters, not that HunterxHunter would do this, but the instinct reaction, right, when they bring along two other new characters with this other super badass, right? And because of that, they're supposed to be super badass and all that stuff.
Yeah, by association.
By association. But one of the things that I could see end up being a problem is that they're made too similar, even if they're different in powers and like the way they act and things like that. Things like this of showing how Morel is always just Cool Hand Luke, whereas Nav, maybe because of his abilities and how he just can avoid his enemy, right, is like, oh crap, I cannot handle this, right? I was really glad that they decided to do that because again, it makes the characters more real and everything.
Yeah, I think one of the things that this arc continually reminds us of is that humanity has different strengths than basically the Chimera ants.
Sure.
But the thing is, the Chimera ants have a part of humanity in all of them.
Yeah.
It might be a twisted part. It might be a flawed or a exaggerated part. But the actual human beings also have to deal with their humanity getting put into difficult places where Morel will basically just no quarter, no mercy, murder a Chimera ant with like a really painful technique.
And I mean, it's not like they haven't been doing that already.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, all those
totally.
Chimera ants that were dropped down to Netero, that was probably a pretty painful way to go. You know,
I doubt that they felt much pain. I think it was just one strike. They're all
sure. That just one punch,
one hit.
But at the very least, they weren't named characters, so we didn't get to see that kind of a thing. So it's nice that we got to see it here.
We got to see the carnage afterwards.
Exactly.
But I think that this is something where the Chimera Ant arc is surprisingly not dark, but surprisingly human, in that they will have characters have really good exaggerated, I would say, in some ways, to emphasize the point. Stories, they need to have exaggerated responses.
Absolutely.
But very human responses to regarding the things that are kind of attached to the, I would say, the base human being. So fear, I would say like joy, kind of the emotions in particular, with like Ikalgo in this instance, just being overwhelmed with the
Definitely
feeling
in an
of
exaggerated fashion. You know?
Right. But it's something that we appreciate, especially because the story is reminding us that this is what it's about. The story could have been about just the RTS players in pieces being moved around and Meruem and Netero basically like maneuvering everything in this giant game of Gungi basically. But no, it's surprisingly it's these little human moments where characters have an opportunity to react in a way that is very human, and they do dramatically. Even Leol's death, realizing he never realized his dream. He never realized his moment of kind of standing atop. If anything, he
standing proud.
Yeah, he sunk to the bottom essentially. There's
I would say burn, but he was too wet to catch fire. One of the things that I also was thinking about when they were doing this whole thing and Morel's whole CO2 plan, which was great. Couldn't he have used that on Chi 2?
We don't know.
Well, no, because he figured out that it was a set area, and maybe it was bigger.
Sure.
So maybe it would have taken longer. But he could have done that. Just walked up, touched Chi 2. Suddenly they're outside, but Chi 2's already unconscious or dead. And if he's not dead and he's just unconscious, then snap.
I think the main problem with that theory is that he had to be alert enough because of Chi 2's speed. Now, when he was
could
fighting,
have just stood at like one end and just.
No, I know. Okay, I gotcha. But with this fight, it's different because he's actually safe from Leol. He cannot be attacked at the bottom of the water pool, essentially.
Well, I mean, he could.
He could, but he really couldn't be. Like he would get like a very real sense of, okay, this is where he's coming from. This is what he's doing, because he can, read the movements in the water.
I mean, unless he just threw it down on, if he found out where he was.
My point is that he does not need as much reaction time to deal with Leol's attack as he would with Chi 2. Whereas, Chi 2, I think, would be the kind of person who he might use up too much of his lungs in the speed aspect of things here. So maybe it would be really good. But also, I think that he realized Chi 2 was so stupid that he didn't need to. He didn't need to resort to such a complicated technique.
Yes. It's just one of those things that I would have also appreciated to see with Chi 2, since Chi 2's always like, all right, come on, and just prancing around, and then suddenly he just gets slower and slower and slower, and because that would have been another one of those things where, again, he didn't have to do it. He used a simple tactic to take down a simple person.
Yes.
But I can just imagine Chi 2's brain just breaking as he's like, wait, what's going on? How are you doing? He's like, well, you put me in an enclosed area. You use more oxygen than I do. It's just it's the pirate in Pirates of the Caribbean 1. Just not fair.
Not fair. Yeah. I do think that that's something also where you want to, kind of have a secret in the story that's used for a later point.
Absolutely, yeah. You want to keep the methods that they're using to take care of their opponents different, because if Morel's plan was just CO2 people every single time, that would get old.
Well, also, he didn't need to do it with Cheetu. Cheetu's that stupid.
Yeah.
Best bit this episode, though, was the Ikalgo Killua bit. So, to kind of wrap up, recap here, Killua, Gon, Knuckle, Melioron,
Ikalgo, they're all
Morel. They've all touched base. Now, again, Netero was not in that touching base group, but they also didn't touch base with Nav.
Other than that, he's probably out of the fight.
Well, no, because Morel probably has already, and he knows Nav is out of the fight.
Right.
Now, here's the thing that's curious about that. This is just them encountering the... this is just because Nav encountered the whole thing and had this basically this catatonic mental breakdown out of just fear. Now, is this setup for kind of a basically a thing where humans and chimera ants are going to work together to stop these 4 chimera ants?
Well, I mean, that's already been set up.
No, I know, but like thematically, where the humans are going to need to rely heavily on these new chimera ants. I think Melioron, for one, is going to be heavily relied upon.
Oh, absolutely.
His technique's insanely good.
Yep.
But I question the success of this whole thing if we've already had one casualty. I'm basically saying, Netero is basically saying, like, okay, I'm going to need to sacrifice some pawns in order to be successful here. I think we're going to be sacrificing a lot.
Well, at least Nav was able to set everything up, and from the way Morel spoke of it, it seems that Nav is still okay with letting them use his techniques. Yes. He's just going to stay in one of his boxes and not leave.
Poor guy.
I mean, hey, that's not a bad tactic.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Maybe they'll have him on call. They'll be like, okay, now we need you to jump in. He'll be like...
No, he'll just give the master key to someone else.
Oh.
Just be like, here you go.
Oh.
He'll be like, I'm just going to stay here. You guys do everything.
Melioron and Knuckle were bonding, and Gon said we have a plan to, defeat the king. Now, the thing is that the way they were talking about it made it seem like it's actually slightly different than what their original plan was with Gon, where Melioron was going to work only with Gon. So, think about Knuckles' ability.
Yeah. Now,
think about what would happen.
It might be a bit of an issue, though, if suddenly, even if Meruem can't perceive Knuckle or Melioron.
Right.
If suddenly, Chicandis! He's like, what's that? Why did it appear all of a sudden? Chicandis! And he's just like, well, I don't see anything. Chicandis! It's starting to bug me. Chicandis!
No, but, think about it. It's perfect.
Wait a minute. No, here's what would actually
because
be
his
perfect.
whole thing is the only way that they can actually, get rid of it is to dish out damage to him and basically give him aura.
Well,
so it's OP. It's a broken combo.
It is a pretty broken combo, but you know what else is pretty busted?
What's that?
They directly brought up something this episode that synergizes very well with Melioron. So, this is weird, but they mentioned that Morel's lung capacity is, bar none, the best.
Amongst humans, Jacob.
Amongst humans. And Melioron's limitation is that it's only as long as he can hold his breath. So, if Morel supplies Melioron with oxygen...
So they just...
then they could theoretically be stealth forever.
So...
Or for a much longer period of time.
So what would it be is that, okay, you've got... he
just holds Melioron in his arms.
Just breaks his lungs. He's like, okay, we're going to do some exercises. He's like, exercises? I'm going to expand your lungs artificially.
And then they just walk by and kick Meruem in the face. Meruem's like, and doesn't even perceive it, right?
Nope.
They keep kicking him. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Well, just...
Yeah. I do think, though, that...
that might still count as breathing since he's getting new air, but, like, you know...
I think, though, that the really devastating thing is that their whole goal is to split the king from the royal guard.
Right, because don't you know, you never split the party.
Right, right. The thing about Knuckles' ability is that it has no CC capacity. So, so the thing is, they have to stay close to whoever it is.
Okay.
So they need to have some way that once they put it on, the person isn't just like, what's that? Chickendis, you know? And then they're like, yeah, bugger this. I'm going straight to the king. Boom! They just run.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point. If Melioron can make Knuckle undetectable and even his attacks undetectable,
right?
Then Meruem would not be able to know that he is getting hit, and by doing so, Knuckle is loaning him more aura.
Yes.
So the number would go up insanely fast, right?
Yes, a lot faster than normal.
Yeah.
Now, that's why the combo is broken. The thing about the combo is that they are like, at least Melioron is completely vulnerable.
Right.
And we don't know what...
yeah. So
the only person I think we really kind of have an idea of what their actual, like, Hatsu-type techniques are is Neferpito. And we know the whole thing with the kings, with his aura,
just infinite
stuff,
scalability,
and stuff. But none of that seems like, you know,
super
the kind
terrifying.
of things that's it's because kind of the stuff that's simple, but it's super
it's scary,
effective.
but because it's simple, it's something that you can work around, right?
I'm worried about what Shia LaBeouf's abilities are, and how the hunters are more powerful when they work together, and if they can isolate them, then we're good.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going to be able to. Nav already being, like, sort of out of the equation. Like, we don't know if he'll recover mentally.
But if they can at least just use the portals, that will be great for getting Melioron in there and getting him out of there so they could potentially do multiple surprise attacks. Like, when he runs out of breath, they go back into one of the portals, you know?
Sure.
And maybe Morel gives him some breathing exercises, you know, so that he can get better at holding his breath.
But wouldn't that have them lose the distance?
Yeah, but the thing is, but that would just make it go on pause, which would make Meruem potentially be able to, like, key in that, like, it's not going up now. It is going up now. Why is that? You know,
it's probably a proximity thing.
Right, yeah. Probably a proximity thing. But even so, like, how much damage could Knuckle do? How high could Knuckle get it?
Well, yeah, but I'm just terrified about how intelligent some of the Chimera ants seem to be, to where they could just go, I am going to erratically just destroy this room.
Right. And that is, again, why Nav's portals would be super helpful. Because here's the other thing. I can't remember what it was they said as for what the range is on Knuckles' technique. But it was pretty decent.
It was a pretty decent.
If they were able to just have him portal to some other area of the castle, right? Just so it keeps adding interest.
I feel like things are going to move like terrifyingly quick. The plan is
once
going
it
to
actually
the plan is going
down.
To go to pot like the minute.
Yeah, no plan survives contact with the enemy.
Yep, exactly. You said it. You said it this episode, and it's a good one to be reminded of.
Yep.
But yeah, back to the episode. The emotional bits with Ikalgo and Killua are the kind of thing that remind us that this is not only about the darker aspects of not just humanity, but also kind of what I don't know, what the Chimera Ants' potential is as well. In that they are maybe a higher evolution aspect of kind of a twisted side of humanity to desire to rule and to dominate. Who knows? But
humanity doesn't do that too.
I know that's my point. But with Ikalgo having this complete opposite, really cool thing. With Killua, and Killua having grown to a point, just God, I love Killua so much. Like,
Killua's great.
Being at a place to where he's able to be the light, the sun, brighter than the sun to Ikalgo in the same way that God is for him. Like, guys, I can't gush about that enough. That's the kind of character development that you just like. Oh,
that's the good stuff.
That's the good stuff, right?
Which
there.
Again is just setting up it to be even worse when Gon and Killua finally like reunite or whatever, or however it happens, and the schism ends up coming to a head.
Right.
If it does.
I feel like we are not there yet because of the way that they interact on the phone.
Yes.
Did you not feel like the most wholesome kind of warm feeling when Gon said, Killua! And he's like, ah! You know, it's like, Gon. Yeah. Gon's a great kid. Yeah.
I get the feeling this might be something where when we're finished with HunterxHunter, we'll be like, no, the show's just started. Like,
oh yeah,
like because of how much they're doing, like the slow burn with a lot of these character arcs and stuff. I can definitely see that being something that happens.
Yeah. All right, guys. Fantastic stuff. If you want to see the next 2 episodes reactions, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon.
Yes.
You can get on early access there. If you get any kind of support, you can get on our Discord, where you can chat with us about stories or whatever. If any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.